There's no question that TikTok Shop has been taking over the internet in the last couple of months, but is it actually worth it? I've come across hundreds, if not thousands, of ads for various products on TikTok Shop.
Here's the truth about TikTok Shop.
And they finally got me. Okay, I'm a shopaholic. I love a good deal. I ended up ordering a few different products that I kept seeing across my For You page, so I'm gonna be putting them to the test so that you don't have to. Is it a scam? Is it another Temu dupe? Or is it actually worth the hype? Before we get into it, you may be asking yourself, who is this woman? Why should I trust her? But most importantly, why is she dressed like an emo teen from the 2000s? And I prepared a presentation in advance to answer that very question. Why you should trust me. I mean, not why I look like this. Now here's a few reasons on why you can trust me. I'm nobody. The average Joe, if you will. That means that I'm not sponsored by TikTok or anyone else. I can say whatever I want and no one can legally stop me. Number 2, I literally have no idea how to make money off of TikTok Shop. Trust me, I tried. I cannot figure it out. And lastly, I'm cute. No further questions, Your Honor. Now that we've gotten just a little bit more familiar with each other, let's get into it. Like most Gen Zs, I have spent way more time than I care to admit on TikTok. It's an addiction. I'm not proud of it, okay? Sue me. But there's just something about the TikTok Shop feature that just doesn't keep the same hold of me that the regular TikTok For You page does. Maybe it's just the way the UI works or the lack of cats popping up every few seconds, but something about it just doesn't feel right. With that put aside, I hunkered down and started searching for products that looked promising. The first thing that I actually ended up getting was a set of makeup brushes that I kept seeing everyone and their mother trying to get me to buy. I mean, seriously, I probably saw like 50 ads for this in one day. It's like, there's so many.
32 brushes!
I mean, for $10.89, that's kind of a good deal. That one got added to cart real fast. The next thing that I wanted to get was some kind of like clothing or something that I could actually try and wear to see the quality of. So I started looking through the clothing section and wait, I have that dress. The dress, like, right there. Women's ditzy floral print sleeveless cami dress both. I ordered this exact same dress in blue off of Temu last year and got absolutely scammed. The dress was terrible. It looks cute when you first get it, but it doesn't stay on at all and is completely impossible to wear without flashing any innocent bystanders. And they wouldn't let me return it, so I'm just kind of stuck with it. Don't waste your money on that dress, by the way, on here or on Temu. Or anywhere else for that matter. At this point, in searching through the depths of TikTok Shop, I came to a realization. This realization was something profound, something life-changing, something I don't think anyone has realized. Everything on here is just dropship from AliExpress. Seeing the literal exact same dress that I got duped into buying from Temu before just kind of really cemented that for me. So if you do plan on ordering anything from TikTok Shop, keep that in mind. How long have I had lipstick on my chin? Seriously, no one told me. But alas, our journey must prevail. After searching through a whole bunch of clothes on there, I settled on this black dress and this purple sports bra. Now, the last thing I wanted to get was some kind of actual tech product to here to see if it, actually works. So I ended up ordering this set of 2 lav mic things with a thing that you plug into your camera, so we'll see if it explodes when it gets here. Okay, so the order has been placed, but just saying I'm not very confident in the quality of the things that we're gonna get from there, and I'm kind of starting to second guess putting my credit card information into here, so we'll see if my identity gets stolen and if any of these items are actually worth buying. The second part I'm more worried about. Okay, everything has finally gotten here and I'm pretty excited to try everything out. So something I found really interesting about the way that it was delivered was that most of the items that I bought came in one specific package with a TikTok Shop bag, like encapsulating all of it. Whereas the only thing that didn't come in that was the wireless lavalier microphone thing that I got, which came in its own little box and wrapped in its like own little shipping package. That made me think that wherever these products were being kind of drop shipped from, ships them directly to the TikTok Shop headquarters and then they kind of package it there and then send it off to you. Which is also why I think the main package with most of the stuff in it arrived like a week later, because it wasn't just being drop shipped directly to me, it was being sent to the TikTok headquarters, being repackaged there, and then sent to me. So the first thing that I decided to actually try were the clothes, and I tried on this purple sports bra that I got first, and as you can see, the cups on this are not very big, and this is a large. And as someone with bigger ladies, I think I'm like a 34 double D or something around there. I don't know my exact size. They're larger than average. This was just not cutting it. Overall, the material didn't actually feel too cheap. Like the band especially felt actually pretty secure, but the actual cups and just the fit of everything was just like, it was just too small for me, but then a little bit too big in some other places at the same time. So, I mean, that's the same problem that I have buying bras or any kind of shirt from really anywhere, especially if you have a larger cup size, smaller band size, it's not going to fit very well. So I don't think that's really a fault of the TikTok Shop product and just more a fault of bras in general. So the straps on it didn't feel like the most secure straps I've ever seen, but again, they weren't terrible. It felt like something that you would buy from Forever 21. Not quite something that you would buy from Shein. It felt a little bit higher quality than like Shein or Temu clothes, but just in like the terms of like build quality, I mean, it wasn't immediately falling apart as soon as I put it on. Like I said, my main complaint was with the actual fitting of it and not with the structure of the bra bra at all. I think I'd probably give it like 3.5 stars out of 5. I might wear it. Have you subscribed yet? Because if you haven't, I'm going to execute Mr. Fluffy right here live on video in front of you unless you subscribe in the next 10 seconds, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7. I mean, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Now, the second thing that I tried on was the dress that I ordered. This is just a simple black dress. It is a pretty thin material, not the best feeling material ever. This definitely feels more like something that you would buy from Shein, like just kind of the texture and feel of those really cheap materials that you get from there. And the construction was okay. Like, there's a little bit of strings there, but like that's what you get when you buy cheap clothes. There's gonna be a couple strings hanging out. But overall, it wasn't bad. I really liked this dress. Yeah, this is a decent dress. I will be wearing this. And for the price, I mean, I honestly can't complain. I give this probably like 4 stars out of 5. I got a medium in this, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Okay, next we're on to the beauty products that I ordered. I ordered 2 different sets of things. One thing was a set of a whole bunch of brushes and then some makeup sponges and makeup blenders and stuff like that. And the other thing was a headband and the little wrist things that you put on so you don't get water all over yourself when you're washing your face. Now, looking at the brushes themselves, they don't actually feel that different from brushes that I've gotten off of Amazon in the past for maybe twice the price. But one thing that I noticed was that on most of the brushes, there were these kind of longer bristles that kind of stuck out, kind of like whiskers from the top. And that's not really that big of a deal. I mean, like, cheap brushes, you're gonna have a little bit of a defect with it. But overall, in terms of like build quality and stuff on them, like, they felt pretty solid. Like, I was yanking on them and like trying to pull it apart and it wasn't coming apart. And a lot of them had a really nice density to it and felt like soft on the skin. Like, they're pretty solid brushes. And all the sponges and stuff that it came with are literally like every other beauty blender that I have used. They're all pretty much the same. So I would say that these brushes are definitely worth it, especially that it comes with all of these like sponges and like the little I forget what it's called, the like triangle pad. I'd definitely buy it again. Yeah, overall for the set with the makeup brushes and the sponges and stuff, I give that a pretty solid 4 out of 5 stars. And then we have the headband and the arm bands for when you're washing your face to keep the hair out of your face and then also keep the water from dripping down your arms. These were very soft. But one thing I did find kind of curious about this is on the headband, it has a little tag that says handmade, which I was a little bit confused about because it was like, I don't even know how much this was. It couldn't have been more than like $6 on TikTok Shop. And that does not seem like enough money to be paying someone to make these by hand. Either it's lying and it's not actually handmade, or they're paying these guys like 25 cents an hour to make this shit, which I would not be surprised about. It's gotta be one of the two. The headband I will also give a 4 out of 5 stars. And lastly, we have by far the worst thing that I ordered. This little guy. Now, what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to be a receiver for these 2 little lavalier microphones that you can connect up to it, and then you can plug it into your camera, your iPhone, or your Android, and like get better audio through it. As you can probably tell by the fact that I'm still using this microphone, this thing sucks. First of all, when I tried to plug it into my camera, it just did not work at all. I'll just let you see for yourself. This is the initial sound test of these little guys. So we're gonna see just how that sounds with like. Oh god, my camera's falling over. And after seeing how it reacted to my camera, I then plugged it into my phone just to give it a fair shot. Just maybe that one connector wasn't working, but the first couple times I just literally couldn't get it to work. And then by the time that I got it to work, it sounded like this. This is the third and final try that I'm gonna give this thing to see if it actually works. I have plugged it in. It says it's turned on. It says it's working, but like standing here and maybe like moving around or something to see, you could hear literally every single movement that I made and more, but my actual voice was kind of like, it was like distant and maybe a little bit tinny. It was just, I don't know, it did not sound good. So after trying a few different things from the different categories of junk I've come across on TikTok Shop, I think it's pretty obvious what we're all thinking. It's just another app like Shein or Temu. I mean, with little things like makeup brushes and stuff, I think it's pretty safe to buy them off of somewhere like this. I mean, those things probably cost like 10 cents to produce, so. But when it comes to buying actual pieces of technology, I mean, I'm surprised I got any kind of audio from that. I expected it to just not work at all, which it didn't really. And with clothes, just be aware that the fit and material are probably not going to be what you expect. I personally probably won't be buying anything from there in the future unless I'm planning on reviewing it or something. So yeah. Now, if you made it this far, leave a comment down below saying that I am the Riz God, okay? And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.